Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
I knew Graham had some sort of connection to Milo's kidnapping. His home would be my best, in fact, my only lead. Take me to Graham... my home.
Lakeview Apartments. Certainly, Citizen Graham.
The city knew a lot more about Graham than I did. As I arrived masquerading as a dead man called Graham, I was apprehensive about what I would find. But I had no choice. I had to find the stalker. And whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. The seal on the floor showed my buddy Joey just as I remembered him, when I left him in charge all those years ago.
Hey, buddy, watch where you're standing!
What's your problem?
Your face, for one.
Excuse me.
Well, if you hadn't been staring at the floor like a moron, you'd have seen me.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm your mama.
What? Do you know where I can find Joey?
Oh, I don't know, weirdo. They say he walked into the gap, or sailed across the sea. Either way, he abandoned us all in this place.
You don't like it here?
Needs more color, wouldn't you agree?
Seriously, I'd like to know your name.
Seriously, go find a friend.
Do you live here?
Do I look like I live here?
I'm not from around here. Maybe everyone here looks like you.
Yeah, and what do I look like?
Trouble.
Keep walking.
What happened after Joey left?
Well, duh. Council runs the city now.
Do you know a guy called Graham Grundy?
Nope. Sounds like a moron.
In that case, let me introduce myself. Graham Grundy.
Doesn't surprise me.
I'll leave you to... whatever it was you were doing.
Aw, really? I'll miss you.
Yes, I'm... very busy.
Hey, dirtbag! What's your favorite color?
Huh?
You heard me. What's your favorite color?
Blue?
Lame.
But you're wearing... never mind.
Later, man purse.
Later, backpack.
Ha! You got nothing.
Clearly not everyone in Union City was quite as courteous as they were happy. The seal depicted my friend Joey as he looked when I left him in charge of the city. Clearly, he'd made his mark.
Water refill.
Someone had spilt paint on the floor.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank. Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence. Commencing refill.
Looked like someone planned on doing some painting. The holdall was stained with paint.
Water refill complete.
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank
I
depleted.
doubted I'd be able to get it to sit still long enough.
Commencing refill. Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence. Commencing spray. Please stand back. Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence. Water
Wait.
tank depleted.
I know that U-chip. Oh my. Is it really? Yes, it is. Master Graham, you have returned. How wonderful.
Oh, good day, huh?
I shall inform Madam and her guest that you have arrived. She will be so pleased.
No, that won't be necessary.
She will be overjoyed that you have finally returned to the bosom of the family. My apologies for the interruption, Madam Songbird. It's Master Graham.
What about him, Chipworth?
It appears he has arrived home, Madam.
He has, but that's wonderful! Oh, thank Joey! My dear husband is back!
Ah, I was hoping to meet you, Mr. Grundy. Mentor Alonso, Ministry of Well-Being. I was just here to investigate some irregularities.
I'm sure my Graham needs a few moments to freshen up. Why don't I show you my kudos records?
I don't know who you are, but right now we're both in a lot of trouble. So for both our sakes, you'd better convince the mentor that you're Graham.
Yes, of course.
I'll stall him. Just don't come through that door until you know enough about Graham to pass yourself off as him.
Don't worry. You can count on me. I wasn't sure what I'd walked into. But if I was to convince anyone I was Graham, I needed to find out more about him. His job, his family, his state of mind. The mentor could ask me about anything. Information about Graham was scattered all over the place. All I had to do was look around. Union City Red. I suspected it was more fruit juice than wine. At least one person in the city appreciated a nice cup of coffee, although I doubted Union City Blend contained even an ounce of actual coffee beans. Personally, I preferred an open fire for cooking. Something told me the fire was not authentic. The trees in the gap weren't as pretty, but at least they were real. A shelf full of sports gear and awards from years gone by. That looked like Graham and his wife on their wedding day. They looked blissfully in love. Rhythmic gymnastics, first place. Amethyst or purple glass? Either way, it looked expensive. I was hit by the acrid smell of chemicals. A sword? The blade was cracked. An impressive collection of medals, ranging from bravery to long service. Most of the medals dated back to before I was born. It looked like one of the land trains from the city walls. It was a detailed model. Developing fluid and trays. I hadn't seen gear like this since I was a child. A uniform like the one Graham's wife wore. It was cut for someone much larger. The logo on the uniform was quite distinct. Looked like these photos were taken by the city walls. A security forces copter. I still had nightmares about those things. Twice I'd flown in them, and both times they crashed. I hoped I wouldn't have to risk it a third time. A cavalcade of cryptids. Someone believed in monster stories. The box was for a deluxe hollow plinth replacement lens. There was nothing inside. You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste. Espionage during the Hobart Wars. Nice to see the propaganda was still around. The council was made up of 5 ministries. Each ministry had their own logo and distinctive color scheme. From the color of his uniform, it was clear that Graham worked for the Ministry of Comfort. I wondered what exactly Graham's role was. Among the drawings were photographs, land trains, and the city walls. The calendar showed today as a holiday, Aspiration Day. A printer? It was rare to see one of those. Anti-Hobart propaganda. Some things never change. There was a boot print. Curious. So Graham was a cleaning supervisor? I had made some headway, but I still needed to learn about Graham's health and social standing.
Welcome back, Graham. Displaying your health chart now. It has been 2 weeks since your last checkup. You have lost weight. Congratulations. It has been noted that your height has increased. Adjusting records accordingly. Scanning for medical implants. Error. Implant missing. Refreshing biomodification database. Please wait. Removing cardiac implant registration. Registering Schriebman port as new implant.
The scanner had detected my Schriebman port, which allowed me to interact with Link, the city's old network. Since then, I'd pretty much forgotten about it.
Adjusting your health rating from C to A+.
I was considerably fitter than Graham. That was good to know. Do you have any advice for me?
A single can of Spankles contains more than your daily dietary requirements. Look for the clown. Drink Spankles. Keep a smile on your face.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
That's all for now.
Due to the alteration of your physical parameters, a new uniform has been ordered and will arrive at your home shortly. Keep a smile on your face.
I was a lot healthier than Graham. In fact, I'd say Graham was downright unhealthy. I knew quite a bit about Graham's work and health, but I figured I could learn more if I found his kudos records. Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath. Hello there. Chipworth, wasn't it?
Master Graham, may I say, sir is looking even more fabulous than usual today.
Why, thank you.
Has Master Graham lost weight?
Maybe. Does Master Graham look like he's lost weight?
Oh, yes, sir. And it would appear sir has gained some height as well. Bravo.
Tell me, Chipworth, who was that woman just now?
But that was sir's wife, Madame Songbird.
Yes, of course. My wife.
Is sir quite feeling himself?
It's fine. I've just been having a difficult few days.
How serendipitous that the well-being mentor is here then, is it not, sir?
Who was that guy in here when I arrived?
Is sir referring to the gentleman currently probing your wife in the bedroom?
I guess I am.
That would be the Honorable Mentor Alonso, Senior Officer at the Ministry of Well-being. I believe that he would like to see you next.
He would?
Mentor Alonso indicated that there were 1 or 2 anomalies in Master Graham's records. Public voting, kudos levels, employment, whereabouts within the city.
Just some minor things, then.
Consumption patterns, biosigns, indication of physical existence.
I think I get the picture.
But I'm sure there's a simple answer, Master Graham.
Tell me about that woman.
A woman? Can sir possibly be referring to his good lady wife?
Humor me. For instance, her name would be...
Madame Songbird. Clearly, sir is not feeling quite himself today. Sir might recall he even forgot dear old Chipworth's name earlier.
Who?
Me, sir.
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Please, can you tidy up the apartment, Chipworth?
Very good, sir.
It seemed everybody in Union City had a kudos level. I still didn't have a clue about Graham's. Perhaps I'd find more on his personal terminal. I needed to find out more information if I wanted to avoid getting caught out. This was my only chance to find out about Graham. Leaving now wasn't an option. The blind blocked out all the light from outside. I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into. I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into. I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into. The council was made up of 5 ministries. Each ministry had their own logo and distinctive color scheme. A chart showing that Graham's kudos score had recently dropped. I wondered what had caused such a sharp decline. I had learned all I was going to from Graham's apartment. I hoped it would be enough. If I was going to convince the mentor, I had to be sure I knew. Enough about Graham. I couldn't keep them waiting any longer. From that point on, I had to be Graham Grundy, cleaning supervisor.
Darling, I thought you were going to freshen up.
I was, but I missed the sweet sound of your voice.
Oh, Graham, always the romantic. But please don't kiss me until you've showered.
Wouldn't dream of it. Besides, I couldn't let Alfonso here.
Alonso?
Monopolize my lovely wife for a moment longer.
In which case, shall we begin?
Of course. Shall we take a seat in the lounge? It was now or never.
So, Mr. Grundy.
Mentor Alonso, what would you like to know?
Ah, well, straight to the point. I like that. As I was explaining to your dear wife earlier, there have been some issues with your activity records of late.
Issues? What do you mean?
Mr. Grundy, a word to the wise. This will be much smoother if you leave the questions to me. Now, whilst your records load, remind me, in which ministry are you employed?
Comfort. I'm a cleaning supervisor.
Yes, of course. Ah, here we go. Graham Grundy, 42, cleaning supervisor with the Ministry of Comfort. Cleaning supervisors require Class C exertive activity certification. I trust that your health rating is sufficient.
C?
Really? I'd put you higher than that. A, at least. So, with that in mind, I will mark you as fit for work, barring any other issues. Now, obviously, your kudos level will have fluctuated due to your absence. You're a C+ right now. I note you used to be much higher.
B.
Yes, well, you'll be back up there in no time. Well, that is all I need to check off. But I'd be remiss if I didn't offer you all the extra support and guidance that you need.
Mentor?
When someone goes off-grid, there's usually some underlying trouble. And as a mentor, I like to think of myself as a bit of a troubleshooter.
Of course. I appreciate the concern.
So, let's get to the bottom of all this confusion. Dig a bit deeper, eh?
Deeper? Yes, right. By all means, Mentor.
Tell me about your workplace. I trust there are no issues.
The gymnasium is a great place to work.
What?
Oh, silly me. That's our pet name for the land train division. It's such a physical place to work, you see. Private joke.
We are, of course, very grateful for your service, Mr. Grundy. But there we come to the crux of the matter. Your absence. 15 days is a long time. This is, of course, why my ministry has become involved in your case. We have been concerned for your well-being.
I'm fine. Better than ever, in fact.
Excellent. Now, speaking of your health, I note you had some surgery last year. Tell me about your implants. Are they working effectively?
You mean my heart regulators? Nothing to worry about. As you can see, the beat goes on.
Yes. Well, I must say you're in remarkable shape considering your medical history. Of course, your mental well-being is just as important to us. How are you getting on with your rather peculiar hobbies?
You mean my photography?
I do, yes.
You can't beat the feeling of an old-time film camera.
I can imagine. You have an eye for composition. Although I don't understand your interest in using such archaic technology. Choosing to fiddle with knobs rather than availing of ministry-recommended filters, stabilization, automatic archive, and data retrieval, all courtesy of Minos. If we can't see what you create, how can we share in your interests?
What can I say? I like a challenge.
I'm sure you do, Graham. Ah, well. I have a busy day of appointments, so sadly we must conclude our little chat there.
It's been a pleasure, Mentor.
Hasn't it? So with that in mind, perhaps you can tell me where you've been for the last 2 weeks.
What? Right. Yes, where have I been the last 2 weeks?
Well?
Okay, so the last 2 weeks, I was working at the land train facility, of course. Cleaning. I'm a cleaning supervisor. And while I was cleaning, I must have bumped my head. The next thing I knew, I was in the middle of nowhere, still on the train. 2 weeks later, the train returned to the city. Cleaner than it's ever been, I might add.
My poor darling! How awful! What a dreadful thing to happen!
I believe I have all the answers I need from you.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm sure it is, Mr. Grundy.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Just a teeny tiny thing before I go. There appears to be 1 or 2 anomalous results here.
Anomalous? That doesn't sound good.
It may be nothing. But here's the thing. I get strange readings when I scan your U-chip. Any idea why?
Maybe it got damaged when I fell.
Possibly. It's as plausible as everything else you've told me today. You see, the only other time I've seen anything like this is when a U-chip has been tampered with. No one would have done that now, would they?
Tampered with? I didn't even know that you could do that.
Graham's a supervisor, not a subversive mentor.
Yes, a supervisor, not a subversive.
Damaged when he fell. Request analysis. Now, it's clear to me that your recent concussion has had some deleterious effects on your memory. You need some time to recuperate.
Of course, mentor. I shall see to it that he gets the care he needs.
Oh, I have no doubt that you will. And to support you in this, I converted some of your kudos to grant you both some time off work.
Our kudos? Wait, how much?
Oh, nothing too severe. Just enough to give you some time to reflect. You may notice a slight dip in your social tier, however.
But the Aspiration Day Gala tonight.
Yes, won't it be something? I am so looking forward to it. Anyway, keep a smile on your face.
You too.
Good day, Mr. and Mrs. Grundy.
What in the name of Joey do you call that sorry performance?
Maybe I could have tried harder.
Look, Buster. Everything was fine until you turned up. I'd dragged my kudos all the way up to Class B for that gala. I don't want time off. I want my gala tickets.
If there is anything wrong with Graham's U-chip, you would better sort it out sharpish, before Alonso's analysis comes back.
Who even are you? Where's Graham? Are you that contact he kept ranting about?
Whatever Graham had been up to, it had gotten him killed. I had to come clean with his wife. There's no easy way to say this, but I'm afraid Graham is dead.
What? How? Where?
I found him. In the Gap.
The Gap? What was the idiot doing in the Gap? Was that where he was always sneaking off to? Ugh!
A child, Milo, was abducted from a village out there and brought into Union City. And I think Graham was somehow connected.
Sure, and pigs fly. Listen, stranger. I'm sure you can understand this has been a rather harrowing day. This is all too much for me right now.
Tell me about it.
So, I'm gonna do some damage control on social media. In the meantime, I guess that officially it is your home, so you can stay, but this is my bedroom, and that one is yours. No cute ideas.
Understood. Songbird seemed rattled by the news. Not surprising. But whoever this contact of Graham's was, I suspected they were the key to finding Milo. collection of toy animals were lined up in little baskets. One was missing. Kevin Kangaroo. Dave Dingo. Carl Koala. There was an empty spot marked Bartleby Bilby. A Detective Culls. Someone liked their murder mysteries. A trader came by our village with something like this back when I was a boy. I think he traded it for a table. Or at least that's what I had heard. Jasmine. I didn't think Songbird would appreciate me rummaging through her things. In Union City, even the teddy bears had screens. This one was broken. I poked at it, but I couldn't get it to turn on. The shelf was loaded with books on management, business theory, and military strategy.
Hey, don't touch that! I will not have any industrial runoff coming into my house, thank you very much. Ahem!
Songbird, I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Oh, terrific. As long as you're sorry. But tell me, what exactly are you sorry for? Turning up here? Pretending to be my husband? Or maybe you're sorry for making such a mess of it. All that kudos straight down the drain.
But...
Do you know how much effort I've put into getting that gala ticket? How many months of fake smiles and loathsome dinner parties? Only to have Mentor Alonso convert it all into time off to spend with you! So, please explain. What exactly are you sorry for?
that I pretended to be your husband.
I hope you realize what you've cost me. That gala was everything. Could you not have tried just a teeny bit harder to be Graham? The clues are all over the place.
Well, I tried.
I suppose you did at least get the bumbling idiot part right.
You don't seem too distraught about your husband.
Look, stranger. You told me your secret, so I'll tell you mine. Last few years, Graham gave up trying to be anything other than the dullard he really was. If it weren't for the kudos for being married, I'd have dumped him months ago. You're new here, so a word of advice? You want to win in Union City? Learn the rules and play the game.
My name's Foster, by the way. Robert Foster.
Songbird.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Graham?
Not much. He was a loner whose only friends were idiots like him.
Who's this contact you mentioned?
Bad news, as far as my kudos level is concerned.
What do you mean?
Graham was always rambling on about this hacker friend of his. Had a daft name. Leet, I think.
Any idea where I could find Leet?
Probably somewhere up top, with the other degenerates. If I were you, I'd stay away.
Are you a collector?
What?
Toys. You have quite the collection.
Oh, yes. The whole set of cuddly kitties. Even the limited edition Mama Bear from 5 years back. Well, I did have the whole set, at least.
Did something happen?
Bartleby went missing, that's what. I asked Graham about it and he denied all knowledge. Then, when I tried to use the Mama Bear tracker to find dear Bartleby, he threw her across the room.
Clumsy.
Clumsy? Those bears were my engagement gift. He hid Bartleby just to spite me.
Graham had taken Songbird's toy Bilby, but I couldn't figure out what he'd have wanted with it. Wherever he'd gone, Graham clearly didn't want to be tracked. What's a mama bear tracker?
What do you think? It tracks her babies.
Her babies?
The cuddly kiddies. Most toys in Union City are tracker-enabled. Lost toys mean screaming babies. Unless you got a tracker.
Mind if I have a look at the tracker?
Go ahead, though the screen is broken. Squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
Could Graham have had anything to do with kidnapping?
For both our sakes, I hope not.
Tell me more about Graham.
Why do you want to know?
I think he might have been involved in something.
What do you mean?
I came to Union City from the Gap because I was investigating a mysterious...
Oh, for Joey's sake, not you too. Blah, blah, conspiracy, blah, blah, giant dog. Graham was the perfect husband until he started getting crazy ideas. Why couldn't he just have an affair like a normal person?
Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
It looked like Graham had taken Bartleby and didn't want it tracked. I had a hunch that he had taken it to Leet, but had no idea why. The device was now on, but with the screen broken, I'd need to find another way to get at the data. I wondered why Graham had taken a children's toy.
Hello there. I'm Mama Bear.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
The device was on, but the screen was still blank and broken. A printer? It was rare to see one of those. cavalcade of cryptids. Someone believed in monster stories. It looked like one of the land trains from the city walls. It was a detailed model. Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
The image being displayed on the holoplinth had changed. The plinth was showing the toy's tracking data. All I needed to do was locate the area code E1594. Find the tracker, find Leet. Excuse me, Songbird?
Hello, husband?
Any idea where the area code E1594 refers to?
E1594? What would I know about an old area code?
Old?
The monopod system has taken care of transport for years.
You sure you don't know where to find E1594?
The monopod system has taken care of transport for years.
That's all for now. Excuse me.
Ah, Master Grundy. What joy to see Sir again after all this time. The poet laureate Reginald Arthur Schnippel Esquire sends his regards.
How nice of you, Reginald.
Correction, sir. If one may... How Sir might mistake yours truly, Tarquin, for our beloved poet laureate is beyond imagining.
Any idea where I might find a place called E1594?
That sounds like an area code, and not one I would venture into.
How so?
It would be extremely inappropriate for a gentleman to visit Sector E.
See you later, Tarquin.
Will I?
Huh? It's just a phrase.
Shall we schedule in another meeting?
I don't think that's necessary.
Such ambiguity. A tortured soul. Alas, I am.
Dear me, a terrible situation. Very troubling indeed.
Mentor, given your experience, your input here would be greatly appreciated.
Orana, isn't it? You strike me as a fine young officer of the Ministry of Well-Being. Would you say that's an accurate description?
I'm flattered, sir.
Your record is exemplary, I believe.
I do my best, sir.
I'm sure you do. So please, don't let me down. Fix this mess.
Mess? You mean the girl?
The whole untidy situation.
Yes, sir.
Atta girl. Keep a smile on your face. After all, it's Aspiration Day, isn't it? The happiest day of the year.
I'll take care of it, sir.
I know you will. By the way, a call to pest control wouldn't go amiss.
Of course, sir.
Meanwhile, I shall isolate this area until this unfortunate incident has been resolved.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your advice.
We're all here to learn from each other. Take care now.
Miss! Pardon me, miss!
Who, me? Hey! You can see forever up here! You know, be free!
Miss, you have to be careful.
Careful or careless? I know which one I want to be.
Why don't you come down, yes? Miss Dijon, is that right? Raquel Dijon.
Yeah! That's... me. I think...
Raquel!
Raquel? Did you say Raquel?
You need to come down.
What? Where am I? Oh no! Help! Help!
Hearing her name had triggered a total change in the girl's behavior. I needed to find a way to get her down before she fell. From that height, the girl wouldn't fare much better than the camp.
Please stand back.
Are you okay?
No! I don't know how I got up here!
Raquel! Raquel Dijon! Don't panic! I'm from the Ministry of Well-Being.
How can we help?
Nothing to see here, sir. I suggest you go back inside and enjoy some screen-based entertainment.
Excuse me? I'd like to make a complaint.
Please, both of you. I'm a welfare officer. I know how to deal with this kind of problem. I just need to check the negotiation protocol.
Well, thank goodness the Ministry is on this. It's all very distracting.
Can you see any way down from there?
No!
Okay, we'll see what we can do from here. Don't worry, we'll get you down safely.
Water tank depleted.
The seal had been vandalized. Poor Joey.
Water refill complete. Commencing refill. Water refill complete. Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Raquel!
Help! Please!
Can you see any way down from there?
No! And everything's wet now thanks to that robot.
Think you can get on the robot when it passes?
I could try. But what if...
We'll catch you. You can do it.
I rather doubt she can.
Can't you try and be more encouraging?
You have a reasonably good eye for aesthetics.
Thank you?
Now, grab on tight. We'll be right underneath you.
You'll be fine.
Human grip strength is famously reliable. Only in short bursts.
Okay, here goes.
Commencing refill. Water refill complete. Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Help me!
Commencing refill. Water refill complete. Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Please! I can't stand heights!
Commencing refill. refill complete.
How do you feel, Raquel? Are you okay?
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad that's all sorted. Shall I call a pod for her?
I've got it from here, thank you. Raquel, what were you even doing up there?
I don't know. I don't really remember anything.
Water refill complete.
The girl looked glad to be back on solid ground. Excuse me?
Mr. Grundy.
Mr. Grundy?
Bravo, Mr. Grundy. Your actions in this situation were sublime, albeit unconventional. The local noise levels have...
I'm more concerned about the girl. Is she gonna be okay?
Yes, blah, blah, blah. And all that. Officer, wouldn't you say that Mr. Grundy's actions today warrant a kudos boost,
Of course. Thank you for the suggestion.
Tarquin, miss.
Orana. Orana Newblood.
Yeah, like the guy said. Graham Grundy.
Mr. Grundy?
Does the location E1594 mean anything to you?
Well, E1594? That's just an area code based on the old map system. Totally obsolete. That system hasn't been used for years.
E1594 was an obsolete code. There had to be a way of finding that location. So, do you work here?
I'm an officer for the Ministry of Well-Being.
You often have to talk girls off high ledges?
My first one.
You did a good job.
Thanks.
What is the reflection spa?
What is the... Are you feeling okay, Graham? Everyone this side of the industrial level has heard of reflections.
Oh, you mean that reflection spa. It's been a long day.
Next, you'll be asking me to tell you about this Joey guy.
No, I'm familiar. Will she be in trouble for the graffiti?
Well, no real harm done. The droid will clean it up, eventually. That said, her kudos rating will take a hit.
All because she defaced Joey?
People loved Joey, and what he did for us.
Joey was my friend. We did so much together.
Well, he might be gone, but he's not forgotten. You can find out about our savior at the Museum of New History.
You mentioned I could find out about Joey in a museum?
Yes. The Museum of New History has exhibits about how he transformed the city. I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to learn about him and his legacy.
A museum dedicated to Joey? He'd be proud of that for sure.
Well, it's not all Joey. They have a special exhibit about the previous administration. Old technology, maps, that sort of thing. My advice, though, is to avoid dwelling on the past. Anyway, taking in some culture is good for you. Find it at the Piazza, if you get the chance.
Raquel. Is she always like that?
What do you mean?
Well, I met her earlier, and she seemed like a totally different person.
She's been through a big ordeal. Nothing that a trip to the reflection spa won't sort out.
I'm on the trail of a missing kid called Milo. I think he's somewhere in Union City.
That shouldn't be difficult. Any greeter terminal will be able to find him via U-chip.
No, that won't help. He was brought here from the Gap.
That's not possible.
I assure you.
Where did you say you worked, Mr. Grundy?
That'd be the Ministry of Comfort.
I suggest you concentrate on your work and leave well-being issues to the appropriate ministry.
I guess I should get going.
Yeah, well, thanks for your help.
I suppose I should thank you too.
No problem. You take care.
You too, Mr. Grundy. Come on, Raquel, let's get you to the spa. You'll be feeling better in no time. No need to worry, Raquel. You're safe now. Happy faces all round, right? In fact, this calls for a celebration. It is Aspiration Day after all.
Oh, goodness. Is it?
All day. And you know what would be the best end to a day like this? A trip to the Reflection Spa. I'll pull a string or two, and we'll get you straight to the front of the line.
Water refill complete.
I had a lead, a map reference, E1594. Graham had put a tracker there. Maybe it was the key to finding his hacker friend, Leet.
Pod has been requested. Please wait for embarkation. Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
The piazza is the place for me.
It would be my pleasure, Citizen Graham.
Hi.
It's most excellent to...
The pleasure is all mine.
How can I be of assistance today?
Do you know where I'd find E1594?
I do not recognize E1594.
I think it's an obsolete city location code.
I see. Would you like to sign up for a course in the history of Union City's geographical referencing?
Thanks, but I don't have the time for that.
Shame. I hear it's enthralling.
Thank you.
Until the next time.
It'll take on the hard work.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
Leet was my only lead to discovering Graham's connection to the Stalker. And the obsolete map reference E1594 was the only lead I had to finding Leet. As I surveyed the room, I was greeted by a familiar face.
Hello, darling! Please
Enjoy the Museum of New...
It was a hologram of Danielle Piermont, a friend from when I last came to Union City. The centerpiece of the whole museum was a synthetic arm. I recognized it. It was Joey's. He'd lost it in our fight against Link all those years ago.
Look, 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 over here!
Dad, do you have to be so loud?
The arm! Isn't it amazing?
Seemed like I wasn't the only one interested in the Joey arm.
Didn't I promise? Didn't I say I'd bring you here?
You did, Dad. I'm so...
The droid was going around in a circle, repeating the same inane message.
This was once attached to the really real Joey, savior of Union City. Hold on, Cecily. I think someone wants to talk to you.
What? Dad, he's clearly...
What's that, Joey? Coming!
Dad, not... You'll have to excuse my dad. He's very dedicated to Joey.
The man was totally absorbed by the waving arm.
This Aspiration Day, to show your gratitude and dare to dream.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey. Wow, you look different.
What do you mean?
Your outfit, it's so...
Rugged?
I was just gonna say weird.
If mine's weird, what color is yours supposed to be?
Duh. It's perinickel margarine. It's like Tuesday's happiest color. Where are you even from?
You'd never believe me.
This museum visit just got way more interesting.
Does the location E1594 mean anything to you? It's an obsolete reference code from the old system.
Nuh-uh. I never paid any attention in geography. Or history. It's just like, hello, there's a reason we got maps, you know?
A map? Perfect. Can I find one in here?
In here? No. In there? Yes. The old history exhibit has got a huge one, but it's pretty old.
That might just be exactly what I'm after. I like your brooch.
This? You mean you've never seen one of these? You must be from the Gap or something.
Me? No. Good one.
It's an aspiration brooch. The council awards them to people who max out their kudos each month. Social climbers, they're known as.
You must be an incredible person.
What, me? No, it's my dad who earned the kudos, obviously. Talk to him if you want to know who to impress.
Then, how did you get yours?
Oh, Dad got a second one. Bring a friend or something.
So they're transferable?
Technically, yes.
Your father seems to really love this place.
He'd spend all day, every day here if he could.
That's some real faith he must have.
That's one word for it. He keeps going on about a sign. As if Joey's arm is gonna tell him how to be normal.
I'm sensing some resentment.
Maybe he should ask it how to win Mom back.
Enjoy your day.
Keep a smile on your face.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
Hello there.
Good day, friend. Are you here to walk with Joey?
I've walked with Joey before. He had treads at the time.
Yes. When you tread with Joey, you become one with happiness.
How do you walk with an arm?
You don't walk with him. You walk with him in here.
I think you're probably walking with him up there.
Oh, the mind's always on Joey, that's for sure.
What sort of sign are you looking for?
At this point, anything. I've been such a devoted citizen, putting Joey first above everything. My job, my wife and daughter, all second to Joey, just as he would have wanted. But now, I worry I'm straying off the path.
Ever thought about a counselor?
But who would deliver better counsel than the Savior himself?
Is that a social climber aspiration brooch?
Ah, I know a real savior craver when I see one. I'm proud to be one of the biggest social climbers in the past 30 days. And the 30 days before that. Such an honor. Sorry, I made you drag that out of me a bit. I'm just never sure where Joey stands on humility.
Oh, I say he's rather flexible. You kind of worship Joey, huh? Is that why you're here?
Well, I mean, yes, but not just that. I'm looking for a sign.
A sign? From who?
Joey, of course. When a man reaches our age...
Our age?
He starts to look for guidance. And what better thing to point me in the right direction than the arm of Joey himself?
I better go and admire something.
Keep a smile on your face.
Is now the envy of the civilized world. But this is only the beginning.
Aspiration brooch required to access this exhibit room.
An aspiration brooch. That must have been what those two visitors by the Joey arm were wearing.
You mean what you might become. Aspiration brooch.
Hey there.
Hello again. Glorious day, isn't it?
Another perfect day in Union City. Hey, listen, I know we just met, but I really was hoping to get one of those brooches. Need to check out the old history exhibit.
Let me guess. You were hoping I'd give you mine.
That's right.
No offense, but you don't seem as evangelical as most Joey freaks. What's back there that's so important to you?
Do you ever feel like you're not being given the whole truth about the city?
You mean how perfect everything is? Yeah. Sometimes it does seem a bit...
Ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, who'd fall for this Savior Joey nonsense?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't think my dad would like me talking to you. I'd better go back to the self-improvement and the learning.
It's really important that I get that brooch.
So you keep saying. But you don't seem like the reverent type. What do you really think of this place?
If I were a cynic, I might call some of it a little unbelievable.
Don't say that around my dad. He really buys into all this stuff. Hey, listen. You and me, we're on the same wavelength here. And it's a different wavelength than my father.
He does seem very devout.
Right? And honestly, just staring at an old arm gets dull. You can just walk out, but I'm stuck here.
And you can just go into the back while I can't.
I'll make a deal with you. You give my dad a reason to leave, and I'll give you this dumb thing. You in?
Okay, I'm in. That brooch in exchange for your freedom.
Finally. Praise Joey.
Praise? Yes, praise Joey. The girl had agreed to give me her aspiration brooch if I could somehow get her father to leave the museum. This mini K is yours if you want it.
Oh, no thanks. I'm fasting.
Well, that's commitment. Till when?
Just until I get a sign from Joey.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
Alert. Trajectory obstructed.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
Hello again.
Ah, it's you.
Hey, mister.
Yes?
I've met toasters in this town with more conversational skills than you.
Oh, I know. They're getting more eloquent every day.
Ah, right. I bet you shake hands like a limp fish.
In the palms of Savior Joey, we are all but limp fish. St. James Club 11, verse 60.
That's profound. There's more brains in a mini-K than there is between your ears.
The Mini K is, and always will be, a delicious, high-protein snack.
Yeah, well. I'll bet your favorite flavor of Spankles is regret.
No, it's grape.
Yeah, well.
Sir, I think you might appreciate one of the other exhibits, while I wonder at this one.
I read you loud and clear.
Keep a smile on your face.
To show your gratitude and dare to dream what you might become.
Hello again.
Ah, it's you.
How can I get one of those brooches?
Just be a good citizen. Every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and all night long. And then wake up and do it again tomorrow.
I'm not sure I have time for that. What are you hoping to learn from the arm?
The next step to take to a bright future. My vocation, my journey, destiny. And I'm nearly there. I've never seen the arm act so erratically until today.
And what if you don't like what it has to say?
Who am I to judge the will of Joey?
This guy wasn't going anywhere without a sign from Joey. I had a feeling, without my intervention, he'd be waiting a while. I better go and admire something.
Happy Aspiration Day! Now, if you might stand aside so the Savior and I can have a little us time. Just me and the hand.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day. Here begins the story of Joey. 10 years ago,
Alert. Trajectory obstructed.
Hello again.
Ah, it's you.
Is the arm telling you anything at the moment?
I'm not exactly sure. It's gone kind of funky. But whatever it is, I'm sure it's profound.
What if you never get assigned?
Then I shall never leave.
I better go and admire something.
Keep a smile.
But this is only the beginning. From our new partnership with Agio City to the ongoing enrichment of the gap. Savior Joey's teachings. Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
Alert. Trajectory obstructed.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day!
Greetings, citizen. We are the Council, your democratically elected representatives.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day! We invite you to salute the people of Agio City, our faraway friends and valued members of the Union Group.
And prove
Union
ourselves.
City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day. Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day. Union City wishes all...
Hello again.
Ah, it's you.
Is the arm telling you anything at the moment?
He's beckoning me closer. He wishes to tell me something. He's about to give me the answer. I can almost feel it. Oh, Joey, I am listening.
What if you never get a sign?
Then I shall never leave.
I better go and...
Happy Aspir...
After bringing an end to the tyranny of the oppressor Link, Joey created Minos to ensure that forthwith technology would always serve rather than enslave the citizens. All citizens a happy Aspiration Day!